Well, this should go fast because I have quite a few things to do in just a few hours to do it. Me and my baby are Twinkies because I have her old collar on as a bracelet, and I think it's cute. And I don't know what took me so long to go get some extra small pet collars for a bracelet because it's cute, or even an ankle bracelet. Girl, we should have been doing that. Oh, now this wants to flower after I done pulled it up by the root. Yeah, oh, you leaning. Don't lean, girl. Okay, let me hurry up because it's hot and I got on this thick denim shirt. There's Willona. She has several melons on her. I hope they make it before any of the animals try it. Their Rose is no longer in the middle. Hazel's in there for the winter. So I'm gonna get some frost bags and cover all the hazels that I'm gonna keep out here. I'm also gonna try to overwinter a couple of them as well. Here's Kimberly. She's spent. I have to remove her and figure out what I'll be planting in her place. I have my 2 snow peas here. It's still a little warm out. I planted 4 garlic cloves in this planter. I have my opal basil here in the middle. I probably should have a little further back because in the front I want to have oregano on this side. Oregano on that side and cilantro on this side. I want oregano closest to the door because I figure I'll get to harvest from that longer than I will the cilantro. But I've heard of other people's cilantro overwintering nicely, so I don't know, we'll see. So once this opal basil takes root, I think I might move it a little further back, maybe. BB's kids, I have some starts here that aren't doing anything else. I could toss that in the soil. I don't believe anything's gonna happen. Maureen, I'm gonna harvest a couple of branches off both of those. Hazel in the middle here, and I have 8 kahunas. I saw another flower popped here. Well, I hope you can see it. I'm not gonna bother her at all. Not even gonna touch her. Kahunas, another hazel. String beans, I need to do a final harvest on these, which I intend to do right after I shut this video down and replace them with kahunas. I'm going to plant a whole new set of lettuce. Collards here, 1, 2. Sugar beets in here, 1, 2, 5 across the back and 2 on either side in the front. Look, she thinks she's doing something. Oh, she came right up in the camera. Oh, look at her. She thinks she's doing something. Anyway, I'll turn my camera off in the middle, so I don't know where I stopped. So I'll just pick up by saying I have like my 4 collards in the back, and I have 5 sugar beets right in front of that. Along with these 2 sugar beets, I have for a total of 7 sugar beets. And in the middle of this is going to be all my salad spinach and salad lettuce. And I still have these carrots that I subsequent planted from the other carrots. I'm only going to grow carrots in the brick bed from now on because they seem to get stunted in this bed, which is interesting because the first year that I grew carrots in this bed, they did very well, but it's irrelevant. So yeah, I'm going to scalp the rest of the string beans off of these and replace them with kahunas. I was saying that I'm so proud of her. I cannot wait to get her seeds, but this is the first plant. The first fruit. This is the second one. And this first one is blushing already. I need to remember to collect Sunny with the deliberate intention of getting her seeds before I eat them, because she was so delicious this season. I just been walking through grazing, not even thinking about seeds. So, I have plenty of seeds for next year, but I want to add them to my collection of varieties to offer. And I like the way I decided to do it. So I've decided to do it because it's really not worth it just to send 1 pack of one type of seeds, because with the postal service being all fucked and them taking their time on deliveries and some stuff, you know, it's all kinds of stuff. It's just not worth it to just send one pack of one kind of seeds. I need to send something valued at a minimum of $15 in order for it to even be worth it to offer it. And even then, because I have some unique seeds as well, I think I'm going to offer the opportunity for people to choose 4 different varieties from me. I have like, you know, because I have my plants and they're already they're worth X amount, so I can ship my plants, sell my plants, no problem. But the seeds, it would just be, at the end of the day, it would be a wash to have to send a pack of seeds and pay a couple of dollars just to ship them. So it would definitely be a loss. So rather than do that, rather to give people unique seeds at a discount and a collection of. This is BB, as you know. I'm gonna let these side branches get really big, and then we're gonna harvest her in the fall. Make sure no one is called, and let's also go take a little tokey toke, shall we? Oh man, I would have been mad if I would have dropped Dr. Hyde. So mad. Move, girl. I know you don't want no hit, so let's finish up, shall we? Pruned all of these excess foliage, what I call fan leaves. And caniculture will know what I'm talking about, but I trimmed all those off. And there's a certain time to do it versus doing an extreme pruning. There's a time for all of it. But yeah, I got fruit all in here. Yeah, I like Esther after all. Esther's like a cross between giant cherry tomatoes and pocket size regular tomatoes. It looks like this needs to come down pretty soon. I keep thinking it needs water, but I don't know. I see the mildew popping off. I don't know. I think I'll just chop all those lower leaves and then we'll see what the top does beyond that. I need to harvest this callaloo. Just some greens. It's probably enough to go in a little meatloaf. I wanted to do some salmon, but I could do that tomorrow. Are you gonna give me seeds? That's a old, I believe it's an old kahuna plant. Peppers are getting some size on it. It grows about 10% larger each day from starting from this point. Y'all be interested to see her progress. And she is different. She's definitely not the same. Look, getting all squirrely and shit. Some of them little personal planes be quiet than a mug though. Yeah, there's a lot of peppers on her. Yeah, a lot. And a lot of tomatoes on her. And I'm overshare. I hate to say it, but I'm overshare. She came here and she put on a show. She showed out. But I'm done. Here's the brick bed. It's kind of on the bare side. I scalped Amara. You can see she just has a few branches at the top there. These carrots will be ready to go to the relatives. I need to do a little harvest of the chard. These string beans, I'm letting go. I'm letting these give me some kahuna seeds. Not sorry. More carrots, okra. I need to harvest these 2 okra. This one and this one. I have another okra plant that I'm growing next year, y'all, and I am going to test it over the winter, and I may bring you guys along with me to see what I can do with it, because I'm curious and I'm excited. So this is a sugar beet. I planted it a while back. I may just let it stay there and be great. This is my purple. This is hazel here. It's another hazel here. This leaf is unhappy. I'll be glad when it grows out so I could just break that one off. It's unhappy. And I don't want it to be here any more than it doesn't want to be here. Some more seed pods I'm getting. Yeah, I'm just going to let those go ahead and get old and die back on the plant. But look how big these things are prepared to get to give you that kind of food, man. I love that shit. Oh, that's another sugar beet. I wish these gave leaves like the Swiss chard does, but you know, maybe they will. Maybe fall is their time of year and summer wasn't. They just happened to thrive throughout summer. Oh, get off of there. I'm so sorry, baby. Kahuna plant and these other branches were wanting to strangle it out. So I have 2 okra this week. Next week I should have 4. And they should double from there for the next month or 2. So that's not too much okra, seeing as how most of y'all have already done harvested and spent your damn okra plants. And I'm just now getting my first ones, but at least we're getting some this year. So again, the brick bed. But here, I wanted to show you, I believe a hawk's nest is in that tree. And I believe that is potentially it. I could be wrong too, but you know. Meanwhile, something got fucked all the way up. And I'm not trying to join it, so I'm gonna go ahead and come on over here and show y'all my little red onions, the tops of which I use for green onions. And there's one of my melons tucked away in there. Want to make sure you guys see it, because I'm gonna be all kind of traumatized if I come out here one day and it is gone or damaged. Oh, I'm gonna be traumatized. I'm gonna be upset. It's gonna be problems. It's gonna be unhappiness for everyone. I'm pulling this up, and let me come harvest this okra, because the last time I almost lost my last okra, and I don't want to lose a single solitary okra by way of not harvesting it at a time, because these 3 plants are all I got. Oh, here's Pepper. Hey, Pep. And that's oregano growing around all sides of her. I figure I need to grow more oregano, because oregano is the only thing I ran out of over the winter. And I know I ran out of it over the winter because I didn't use it much, because I was using up the rest of my store-bought oregano with the intent of never having to use store-bought oregano again. So I'm now at the point where I just didn't have that much. So my whole goal for this whole season should have been to grow a big ass bushel of both oregano and cilantro, because cilantro, I just put that in oil and freeze it. Let me show you guys what I did right quick. This is obviously not going to be the final look, but I finally got my sweet potato vine in this pot with speaking of oregano, the oregano here, and a couple of lamb's quarters, which I may just pull and grow around something else that I intend to grow, but I'm not going to pull it until I plant that thing. Red vein sorrel. It does well indoors when it's threatened by being replaced by something else, apparently. Because every time I give up on it and say I'm going to plant something else there, it puts out a few leaves. Pretty little, tender little leaves too. It was good. They are good young. Here's the purple sprouting broccoli. I may put this over on the side over there. They say these keep putting out throughout the winter too, so maybe I'll stick it out there and see. Amara, she's been beheaded, so don't be alarmed. I want her side branches to start coming out a little lower. Matter of fact, I might go in and chop another 3 or 4 inches off of that. Opal is wanting to come back like she never left, looks like. Look, my oregano leaves are getting even. My oregano leaves are getting even larger. I've never had oregano with leaves this large. I think I'm gonna let these continue to grow if they will and get longer. My cilantro is doing good. Came up nicely. It's been protected by the basil. That's the verbena. I harvested her bottom leaves, so it's making her put off a lot larger leaves up here up top. So everything looks bare, but it's because I just harvested everything. Okay. I'm gonna go harvest these string beans and okra. I'll holla.